Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Iris, and she was just born yesterday. In this video, I'm going to be showing you her entire birthing video. This video is going to be an educational video about how alpacas become pregnant all the way up into delivering their baby. So this is going to be for mature viewers. Alpacas are incredibly unique animals when it comes to their reproduction and mating. I'm really excited to share this with you guys, so I hope you will enjoy it. Are you excited to be in the video? So I feel like I need to give a quick explanation at the beginning of every alpaca video. And that is that in the United States and other English-speaking countries, it's often pronounced alpaca. That's usually how people say it. These animals did originate in South America, and so it is a Spanish word, and it is pronounced alpaca. So think of taco, not taco, or mango, not mango. As a Spanish speaker, I'm not going to butcher the word just because that's what people are used to. So in my videos, you've often heard me say that alpacas and llamas, females and males, should not be housed together or pastured together. That is because they do not have heat cycles or a breeding season. They're induced ovulators. So that means that the female will release an egg when being bred to a male. If they're kept together, males are not receptive about this, and they will overbreed females, causing all sorts of issues like UTIs and abortions. In the US, baby alpacas are often called cría. However, cría does not mean baby alpaca, it just means baby animal. Cría is commonly used to refer to any baby livestock animal, and sometimes even used for human children. It is not exclusive to alpacas and llamas. So I'm going to show you how we safely breed them. A male alpaca is taken into a pen with a female while being on a halter. This is so that we can control the male, letting him greet the female, and if she is not receptive, we can remove him before he annoys her too much. Usually the female is receptive and she will sit down for the male. At that point, I'll no longer be holding the male and I will get to work with helping them. My males are young and unexperienced. They don't know what they're doing. So I have to assist them to make the baby making happen. Luckily, my males are very well trained and used to me being around them, so this isn't too difficult. I lift the tail of the female and help guide the male. Sometimes this can take a while, and other times it's very quick. Once this is done, I usually don't need to do anything else. Now I do hope that with age I will not have to keep doing this for my males, but it is not uncommon for you to continue doing this with older and experienced males. The male will sing to the female to get her hormones in the mood and make sure that she's going to be receptive. This is all an important part of making sure that the female's body will release an egg for fertilization. Yeah, it sounds pretty bad to us, but she finds it romantic. This goes on for about 20 minutes and then they'll finish. About a week later, we will test them to see if it worked. Now, veterinary care for alpacas is still very limited in the US, and there aren't a lot of advanced options for checking pregnancy for most people. So I and many others use the old-fashioned method of the spit test. I personally like to call it the kick in the face test. Females that are pregnant are very hostile to males. If the female was previously bred and then acts very aggressive to the male by spitting at him and even kicking at him, it will most likely mean that she is pregnant. So this is the behavior that we want to see in them. If she's receptive to the male and wants to sit down again, that's not a good sign and means that we need to try to breed her again. Now, this is not 100% accurate, but it's a pretty good way to find out. It's really amazing how quickly their behavior can change when they're pregnant. In South America, breeding is often done a little differently. Some farmers do run males with females, but it's important to remember that the conditions are very different. Alpacas are kept out on thousands of acres in groups of hundreds or more. This doesn't work for smaller farms in America. Now, after a successful breeding, it's time to wait. And this is where alpacas will teach you patience. A healthy alpaca gestation can last anywhere between 330 days to 420 days. That's a 3-month window of when a baby can be born. And a baby can be born at 340 days and be perfectly healthy and ready, while another baby can be born at 355 days and show signs of being premature. So the lesson here is that they will have them when they're ready and you can't rush it. Iris here was born at 354 days, which is more common, but we have had one born at 420 days as well. Basically, there's no such thing as due dates with alpacas, just a lucky guess, which makes them very different from the animals we're used to dealing with. At 11 months, I start keeping an eye on the female, watching for changes in their bodies. Marigold has been very large for a while, and I check on her often. Yesterday morning, when I went out to check her for the first time that day, I realized right away that she was in labor because she was very dilated. I stayed out in the field with her, giving her space and being there for her in case she needed me. About an hour later, she started giving birth. First a bag appeared, and from there she started pushing and pushing until finally a head emerged. At this point, the baby turned itself, pushing forward with its legs and bursting the birthing sac. At this moment, it took its first breath. This is all very good, and the baby was moving around, making noise. Already trying to look for milk. But a few moments later, we realized we had a bit of a problem, that the baby was coughing too much. The fluid had gone too much into its nostrils, and the bag was partially covering its nose. So we decided that the best thing would be to help the baby come out quicker and get it on the ground so that it could cough out the fluid and breathe correctly. I don't believe the sound that it was making was normal, and we needed to make sure it could breathe with no problem. This was actually not as difficult as it looks. I struggled a bit here to balance the weight and length of the baby, but pulling it out very gently was actually not difficult at all. The birth was really not a struggle at all, and everything happened very quickly and very smoothly. It is so amazing how they go from looking like weird aliens to cute and fluffy babies in only a few minutes. It's so amazing being able to watch the baby get used to her long legs and stand and nurse for the first time. Iris was incredibly food motivated. After about an hour alone with Mom, the rest of the herd finally realized what had happened, and this is the exact moment when they saw a new baby was in their herd. Alpacas are extremely social and very close-knit families. They love babies and they will all care for the baby and protect it. I hope you all enjoyed getting to see little Iris being welcomed into the world. And before I leave this video, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor. If you're looking for better ways to care for your dog, a huge consideration is diet. And more people are moving to raw feeding. And as more people start moving to raw feeding, some still encounter issues. Doesn't matter how good the quality of your dog's food is if they're allergic to the ingredients. And that is where 5-strand allergy comes in. This is a test for dogs, cats, horses, and humans to find out what your food intolerances are. It's easy and affordable, and they will help you make sure that your dog feels great after each meal. This will stop grass eating, vomiting, and licking of the paws. So check it out at the link below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.